It's over. This is this is the end. It's over, and that's it. Um, I have to pull out the switch for. Bienvenidos a another Latino with a podcast. I'm the Latino with a podcast, and today I am with myself. It's just me. It's just me today, because we have some news. It's over. This is this is the end. It's over, and that's it. Um, I have to pull out the switch for season one. Okay, season one is gonna be over. I have like a goal that I wanted to get to. That it was like 100 comics, 100 episodes, and we did that. We fucking did that. Not only did that, we did that, and we won two awards for best comedy podcast 2024, 2025. Uh, and I'll say something. I don't know if I said this before, but I'll say it. 2024 was amazing because of the support of friends. Because when I got that nomination, I put a lot of effort on telling my people that were close to me, like, "Hey, vote for me. I have this going on." 2025, it was a weird moment in my life, especially because of some agents that were around picking up people. So it was a little concerning. I didn't want to go out, didn't want to be too much out there. But I won, and it felt so good in a different level because that means like people who has been in the podcast, people who has seen the podcast, they show their support spontaneously like that. It was not like, hey, please vote for me. It was like, oh, I saw this and I'm gonna vote for this guy, and that was amazing. So thank you all who vote for me, and that gives me like fire to keep this going. But uh, I'm gonna end the first season. Let's say first season is gonna be like this 100 episode, including this one 101 with me. But we're gonna change the stuff a little bit. This episode is gonna be a little bit of what the changes are, plus some topics that I have for myself. So let's start with the changes. First, I'm gonna create like this is the idea. I don't have anything like solid, but this is the idea. I have discussed it and I like it. Uh, the channel is gonna turn into like mini channels, meaning the another Latino with is gonna be like an umbrella for so far three mini channels. That will be one that is gonna be with like love advice and relationships, and I'm gonna have a recurrent host with me. I have some names in mind, and I need still to talk to them to see if they're interested. But I believe it will be just fun, just like picking up like things from Reddit. At some point, I hope for from people. Like my boyfriend did this. Should I forgive him? And then we just discuss about it. And I believe that will be fun. The other one, I'm still juggling this idea, but I like it. It's like a therapy session. So we'll bring someone that has a problem and they wanted to discuss about it. Or we I have a host, regular host, and we discuss the problem of someone. Like we go to Reddit, we go to the social media, and we find one problem and we just talk about it. Like it does. If it is a relationship problem, it will be to the other mini channel. But if it is like a problem with your father, with your mother-in-law, with your dad, with some with work, tipping culture, all of that, I believe will go there. And actually, it doesn't have to be therapy. It can be like problems, like problems that are happening. And actually, I have one. It's not like a couple, so it can be in between, but it's something that happened. I believe in Venezuela, but we're gonna discuss that in a minute. But that's the idea of that one. It's more like problems that are happening and having like a conversation about them, like different like takes on it. And I believe that. Also, that's gonna be a really fun one. And I have one that I want to do like a combination of conspiracy theories and spooky stuff in the same channel. I still don't have like a clear name, but I would love to do that because I love to talk about aliens. I love to talk about what is happening with like time shifting. I make a lot of like research on like quantum immortality. I believe it will be fun to talk about that with more regularly, and like one of the most videos is with Louis Michael, and is on that uh, on that side, just like conspiracy theories, people that are preppers like him, and there's a community out there for that, and I believe Sarah Holcomb also can come back for those because she have a lot of insight on FBI like leak documents, and does a lot of research on for her own videos. So it would be amazing to have her back here for that kind of content. And those are the three mini channels I believe I'm gonna start with. I would love at some point have like a sketch one, and I love at some point have like a stand up one, but this is like in the future, so we'll see. We'll see. But for this episode, I did bring some topics, and I don't think there's gonna be a bonus for, by the way, for this episode. It's just gonna be me, one episode, and that's it. And this is the goodbye episode of the season one. That again, I'm really grateful. Also, it's really weird to like just talk by yourself. Usually, you you have that moment to rest your voice, so you can drink water. You can just like leave the question to someone else, but not this time. We're gonna start with one of the cases that apparently is like getting really like the person who did it is getting really point at, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're a cheap motherfucker." This is the situation. Apparently, this is in Venezuela. I didn't do a lot of research on where it started. A guy went on a first date with someone, and they went to a burger place, and she ordered a triple, and allegedly he was like, "You know what? Let's." I'm super okay with paying for this, but I just want to let you know that you just show me who you are, and I'm just not gonna continue dating you because I'm looking for something serious and not someone a gold digger. And what are the comments? What are the comments on this? The comment are women saying like, "It's a fucking burger, you cheap motherfucker," and also men saying that it's like, "Dude, what? It's a burger," and women being like, "You're not buying me Euroleague, like you're not taking me on a boat. Like this is a first date, and we got burgers, and and." It, you're gonna be this upset for getting a triple burger. Like, it was a lot of that, and this is my take. I I do agree with what women are saying that this sounded cheap, but I'm gonna defend the guy. I'm gonna be one of those people. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate. I believe he's not seeing that she's taking the burger, and this like is not gonna impact his economy, and he's happy to pay. I truly believe that the problem behind is the mentality, and I'll explain myself. If she did this on a first date in a burger place, the possibilities of her doing the same on every occasion are higher. What do I mean by that? That okay, next time he's gonna take her to a nice restaurant, and she will just find the most expensive thing on the menu because she wants like that. She wants to like exploit like this person while they have fun. Uh, that's what I think the guy like mind process is. Like if I'm taking you to a place and immediately you order probably the most expensive items in the menu, like right now it's a burger, yeah, but like next time, if it could be like something else, and it will feel like you're just looking to get the most expensive thing because you know you're not paying for it. And so I'll defend the guy on that. Like it's I believe this a burger place is it was a test to see if the girl was one of those people that picked the most expensive thing because you don't on a first date you don't need a triple burger. Come on, like it's a first date. And if you were truly hungry, why are you going to a first date starving? That you need a triple burger. Like I'm just saying that I believe the mindset of the guy was like, oh, I'm gonna take her to a burger joint or a burger place or whatever, and just to have fun, just so it's like low stakes, like because I have talked about this in the past. Like dating is expensive, and if you're a guy looking, and if you're like once a week, just going out on a date on a first day once a week, it sums to like $500 by the end of the month, and that's a lot. That's a lot because if you're this kind of guy that pays. Because if a date, and we know that if you go out on a date, it's like a couple of drinks and like a snack is like $100. And then there's people in the comments saying like, well, there's other type of days. You can go on a walk on the beach or you can go to a coffee place. A lot of people say that, but then it's like if you propose those plans, immediately a lot of women, not all, but a lot of women will be like, oh, this is a cheap motherfucker. Like I'm not taking any first date in a coffee shop, or I'm not doing this in like a walk on the beach. Okay, I need to pause. I need to make a pause because like my roommate came super early. Uh, we're gonna make a little pause and we're gonna continue later. And we are back, and this is the things that happens with like this is not the Mandela effect that we're gonna talk about. That this is different. This is the I don't remember the thing like everything like that will happen badly that can happen will happen. He always comes here at like 6, 7 p.m. And today he decided to come here at 3 p.m. Okay, but getting back to the Burger thing, I believe his mindset was like, I'm gonna go to a low stakes because I don't know this person. I want to meet this person. I want to see how this person is. And this person immediately went for one of the most expensive things that they could get in the place they were at. That is like a triple burger, because I'm pretty sure that was like not the less pricey thing on the menu. Again, it's not about the price. It's about principles. It's about if someone else is paying for something for you, I believe the first option that shouldn't be get the most expensive things because then it feels like you're taking advantage of someone. So that's my defense for the guy. Uh, I blame her. I like again doesn't sound cheap. Yes. But I don't believe he deserve to be like canceled the way he's being canceled because I believe it was just a test of if this woman is gonna like try to take advantage of me or not, and it sounded like she would do it. Like if this didn't end on the first date and on the second date they go to a really nice 5-star restaurant, for sure she will like scroll the menu to go for the most expensive things because she knows she's not paying. That's my that's what I think it happens. So I defend the guy. I know a lot of people like and cancel him online, but I'm gonna defend him. Okay, let's go to next topic. Uh, they shut down the CERN, that is the particle collider, and since that, a lot of things has happened in July and June. They shut it down on June 29, and since then, first apparently people are saying like days are feeling longer. I don't know if that might be a summer effect. At least in Chicago, I believe that summer effect days feel longer because basically they are because not in it's still 24 hours, but like like it gets day you get daylight around 6 a.m. and it's like getting like at night like by 9 p.m. So you have a lot of like day. Uh, but a lot of people are saying that the time is going slower. A lot of people are saying that they can either sleep really well after having a lot of time where they couldn't sleep, or sleeping really bad after they always been like people that sleep really well. People are having like vivid dreams. People, even people that they're like, I never dream, and now like having a lot of vivid dreams. And one thing that it was really interesting is like on women's periods. Apparently, now in June, a lot of women skip or had twice their periods. And I asked my sister, and she did not have a period on June. And she asked a coworker, her coworker didn't have a period on June. And apparently, they asked someone else, and it's like, no one. Like, and it's like, it might be, uh, uh, it might be by chance that this is happening, but it's a lot of stuff like it's easy to make correlations when you want to make them. Like and with this is with everything. Like it's like someone like goes to a baseball game and every time they wear this kind of shirt, the team wins. And one day they go without that shirt and the team loses, and they're like, "Oh, they always win when I'm wearing this." It's easy to make correlations that you want. So I believe people are forcing a little bit of correlations, but I must say it's like weird. It's kind of weird. And one of the things that are happening and that's really interesting is that there's a lot of Mandela effects that are coming back, and Mandela effects have been around for a long time, and we have seen a lot of videos about that. The interesting part about this is that they always come out with new ones. I believe the oldest ones that I can remember is Chick Fil A, or if with a C or a K, Fruit Loops. That's also old one. Obviously, Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia or not, and the Monopoly guy. Those are like the oldest. That when all the Mandela effect started, like I remember this. And since then, there's like a many new ones. The interesting part about like they coming back is that they say the reverse. Like since they shut down the CERN collider, they say like, "Oh, we have a whole discussion about the fruit of the loom not having a cornucopia," and we were like, "Yes, it had," and fruit of the loom was like, "No, we have never had a cornucopia." Apparently now they do have a cornucopia. I haven't researched that. I should have, but apparently now they have a cornucopia again. And it's like, yeah, we have the cornucopia. It's like, so what was this fight that we've been having? There's new ones happening. One is the capital of Australia, that for some reason I thought it was Melbourne. For some reason, my girlfriend thought it was Melbourne, and a lot of people online thought it was Sydney, but it's Canberra. Obviously, a lot of people online are also saying like, no, it's not Canberra. It's obviously it's Canberra. Like it's always been Canberra. But the problem with time jumps is that if you shift and the other people didn't, obviously for these people it's like it's always been Canberra. What are you saying? So it is. This is part of the new one. The Australia is a new one, but they say that the K in Chick Fil A came back, like it was out for a moment. The separation in the Kit Kat, the little thing in between Kit Kat, apparently never existed. Um, what others like the Monopoly guy, like they left that. But Fruit Loops, apparently it was FRUIT, and there was a discussion. No, it was FROOT, and apparently now it's coming back to FROO being the two of the cereals T. So to Fruit Loops, and Mandela effects are interesting because for one part it can be something really interesting. And that's something really interesting is that we are shifting, constantly shifting timelines, especially since they are using the collider that we know is something that uses like a bunch of energy. That's interesting and scientifically interesting, but there's a conspiracy theory with the Mandela effects, and the conspiracy theory is that it's the government or the elites changing little details in the past to check if how much they can change before we are like, no, no, like this for sure they change this and we have to take action. Um, and that's really scary. And that happens in the book 1984 by George Orwell, because if you can change little details and people are like start accusing like, no, it's always been like this, no, it's always been like this, like that never happened, and we're like, oh, we are the crazy ones, and it actually happened. And if they can prove this, then they can change more and more and more and more important stuff, and that's the scary part. At some point you're gonna have like Gandhi didn't exist, and it's like, wait, what? Yeah, he helped liberate South Africa. No, no, that's a story tale. It was like a deity that he actually didn't exist. Like we're gonna start having that stuff that is like, no, this for sure existed, and people are like, nope, that's a Mandela effect. That didn't exist. And uh, there was a woman. I don't know what happened with her or with her recordings, that she was apparently recording every news channel and keeping it like herself. She just recorded it every news channel and every day and keep a track herself, because she said like she was afraid that in the future they will try to change the past. Apparently, she might be right. So if we locate that woman and if we locate her files, very likely we're gonna have if it is Fruit Loops or Fruit Loops is like the Monopoly guy had the thing. Like we're gonna have a lot of stuff like being like, okay, this is from 1974, and it's showing this, so this might be right. Actually, it's also with the peanut butter, if it was Jif or Jiffy. And I recently saw a video from a game show, and this looks like a 90s or early 90s game show, and they have to like they put words and they have to, without saying it, let the other person know, and the other person have to say it. For example, they were like, oh, 100 years, oh, century, okay, bling, okay, and they did many, and the last one was Jiffy, and the guy was like the peanut butter, and this guy say other brands, and at the end they ran out of the time. But in the bottom line, it says Jiffy, and I do not remember like that. I remember like Jif. So are the Mandela effects happening? Are the Mandela effects not happening? Like I honestly believe it's a combination of both. I believe it's a combination of we may be time shifting, but there's a possibility is the government trying to make an experiment of changing things in the past to see how much they can change without us noticing like someone changes. And the last thing I have to talk about, this is the thing, when I don't have someone else to talk about and just like rebuttal stuff, this is what happens. Like I don't. It's been 20 minutes of an episode, and I talk about anything because it's only my point. But that's why it's good to have a host. But the other thing that I have is about the what is happening with the wildfires. Um, I can talk a little bit about the double earthquake in Venezuela. Uh, Terrible, big tragedy, and a lot of people still reaching out, being like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm gonna say something. If you're from somewhere else and you wanna help, I believe the best way to help is to locate families directly and help them directly. And by helping them directly, I mean like the Bakehouse. That is one of the places that I work at here in Chicago. They did something amazing. That they all the sales from one day they gave away the 100% of the sales to help us with donations. But the way they did it is that they have people there, and those people were to the market, to the grocery store, and then in the grocery store you can pay it by transfers, like by sale. And they said like, okay, the total amount is $500, and they from here send the money, and that assures you that the resources are gonna be first be used in food, medicine, water, shelter, tents, or whatever people need, and second, that is gonna get there because Sadly, the mom of my girlfriend, she asked me like, "Oh, what organization should I donate because I want to help?" And I have to tell her that do not, just do not help right now, or because they're stealing the donations. The government is stealing the donations for two reasons. One, worse than the other. One is, I believe, they're taking all the donations, so after they can like they can give those donations, being like, "Oh, this is us doing it. Remember the government that is good. We're doing this for you." And it's a donation of a lot of people, and they didn't put any effort. So one is that they're seizing the donations, so they are the only ones that can give them away. And second, that is the worst one, they're stealing them. There's already videos of donations being charged in personal military SUVs, and they take them home because what is food, is water, is like clothing. So if you're out there and you want to donate, you want to still help for the Venezuelan cause, I believe the best way to do it would be to locate a friendly Venezuelan and ask them if they have someone there that needs help. And I believe that's the best way. And it doesn't have to be great sums of money. Uh, I believe whatever helps right now, and send them directly to the person. And I'm pretty sure there's a way because Venezuela is it moved with dollars since 2020, something like that. Like everything is paid in dollars, and you have like a this parallel market that is in bolivares, but a lot of people are not using that. So a lot of people who have accounts like Bank of America accounts, Citibank accounts, whatever that you can sell to. And if not, there's gonna be a way. Someone like if not, those people will know someone that can do it. So if you're gonna donate to the cause of Venezuela, the best thing that you can do is don't go through an organization. Sadly, try to go directly to someone in need because we don't know. We don't know what is happening with the donations. I believe like 30% of all the donations are reaching the people and the other 70% are not. Actually, one congressperson from Panama, I believe, he put air tags on the donations, and one of the air tags show up in Maturin that is like really far away from where the crisis was, and nothing happened in Maturin. So like basically they stole or they that deviated like those that help. So uh, if you want to donate, locate someone. If you don't know who to locate someone, maybe message me. Maybe I can find people that needs your help in these moments, and I can give you like, hey, this person needs your help because of this and this and this, instead of like you giving to an organization that who knows what is gonna happen with that. And to close this episode, we're gonna do a little bit of what is happening. I live in Chicago, and today the outside is like it feels like someone is smoking a barbecue right outside. It is crazy. It's smoky as fuck, and visibility terrible, air quality terrible, like really really bad, and it's from wildfires that are happening in Canada. And the only thing that I'm gonna say about that is like, yeah, we're in the summer. This is the moment that that happens. But someone posted a tweet being like, "Oh, we like to President Trump." He's like, "President Trump, we need to held accountable Canada for the air quality in the cities in United States. Like this is unacceptable. A lot of people are sick." And one Canadian respond to that, and I completely agree with that one. Okay, so when you have your wildfires in California, Canada sent our own firefighters to help fight the thing. And when we have the fires, your response is to be mad at us because we cannot control the weather. Okay, fine. And I completely agree. Like, it's terrible what is happening, but it's like saying help, and maybe they will turn off the fires quickly, and we don't have this air quality. Like, it's a lot of things have happened. Like, we have the earthquakes, we have the uh, explosive diarrhea now in a lot of food. We have the ticks epidemic that are making people like allergic to meat. It feels like 2026 has been like a year with a lot of natural stuff, and where basically they say that France has the record highest temperature ever. I don't know if ever, but like, they always say like, oh, record temperature since. In this case, it is like really far away. Um, and apparently, we're gonna have this phenomenon called the Super Nino, and the problem is not the heat of the Super Nino. The problem is that it warms up the oceans, and the problem with warm up oceans is that the tropical storms love that, and they became like hurricanes really fast. So usually it's like August, September, the season for hurricanes. But I believe if the Super Nino is happening, it's gonna be like a tough hurricane season. I'm saying it right now. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm saying right now, we may have a really tough hurricane in this year, and apparently with what happened with the double earthquake in Venezuela, and it was like a whole line, and we might see more earthquakes, not in Venezuela but somewhere else, because if this plague shifted, the dissipation of energy of these ones will create more tension in other plagues. And scientists are saying that in California, the plates are in they reached the highest tension they have in years. California, like Caracas, like La Guaira, they were like due to an earthquake because obviously all that energy that is being like concentrated have to be released at some point. And I believe if I'm correct, the last earthquake that was like really hard in Caracas was in 1967. So it was like 60 years, almost 59 years before the next one. I don't remember when it was the last one that hit California hard, but again, be prepared. Like we were not, sadly, and I believe listen to scientists. Don't let's fucking do not do that. What happened in Don't Look Up. Let's listen to the scientists. Listen to what is happening. Listen to like what people like with studies on this are saying, and just be prepared because sadly natural disasters they don't say anything. They don't give you any advice. They don't like they're not like, oh, we're coming next week. They just happen. So be safe out there. And this was the episode. Actually, for me by myself, the first time, I believe this was really entertaining. And be safe. Uh, Keep an eye on this channel because we're gonna start. I believe we're gonna be not in the camera for maybe 3 weeks a month. I want to start this in August, maybe end of August to start the new season. That will be many mini channels. Just keep an eye on that. And thank you so much for supporting. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna do the reels of this, and we'll see you soon. I hope you're gonna see a couple of familiar faces if they agree to be in here again. And that's it. Adios.